All right. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the DLLS podcast. We forgot to put out a tweet, so if one of y'all could tweet that we're live right now, we'll retweet it to get everybody in here. Thanks for that. We got a big show for you today. Things on Micah Parsons and Dak Prescott. Are the Cowboys really the worst running back room in the entire NFL? Questions from the people. Jesse's film breakdown on Terry McLaurin. All the things start. All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome into today's DLLS Cowboys podcast. It is good to be with you today. Somebody said, isn't Jesse out too? So do we have the two amigos today? No.
Salt, pepper, poppy here, baby.
That's right. We got the three amigos. Jesse Holley is back, baby. And it's good to be with you guys today. Fire in your thoughts in the chat about life. You know? That's what I'm looking for. Your thoughts. Well, the chat's good for the algorithm, but I didn't have a plan for what I wanted people to chat in. You know, who's your favorite bad running back of all time?
Don't do that.
That's what I'm looking for.
Troy Hamburg, no.
Why would you say that? I don't understand what you're saying. But yes, thank you everybody for being here. My name is Jeff. I am seated next to former Cowboys wide receiver Jesse Holley.
Oh, Jesse Holley went 77 yards. It must be a reality show.
Glad to be back with you fellas.
It's good to have you back. That's a nice, clean white tee that you have on as well.
Man.
That is a nice white tee.
Thank you.
Very nice. Next to Jesse is the greatest beat writer in the history of the Cowboys and the only beat writer that's willing to stick around and hang out with us. It is Clarence Hill. Pop.
Clarence Hill is a psychopath.
Clarence Hill is a psychopath. Yep. Yep.
I don't. Welcome back. Glad to have you back. We missed you.
Can't say the same.
Dang.
It's like that.
Nah, just sometimes.
You went to Jersey?
I did.
Graduation?
I did.
Was any aunties there?
They were.
Okay.
Any what?
Aunties.
You have the age where you go to high school graduations, the mamas is your age.
Yeah, I would hope so.
Yeah.
I would hope so.
A lot of mamas in there.
But let me tell you this though, because this is the vain part of Jesse Holley.
Okay.
Not the magnanimous part.
Not the magnanimous part. This is the quite literal vain part of me. One of the only reasons I still work out, like try to eat relatively well,
To be hot.
is to stick
For
it
the
to
ladies.
No, not just for the ladies. Just to stick it to people from my past.
Oh, yeah, facts.
So I went home this past weekend. My niece is graduating, which means my youngest brother is a year and 2 weeks younger than me. So relatively, we're all similar to the close in age, right? Yeah. So some of the kids he went to school with some of the kids that I went to school with, right? We're back to back. And I never want people to be able to look at a picture or see me in person because I don't go home often. So when I see them and I see just how bad out of shape they are and how life is whooping their tail.
Yeah.
I feel good that I know that I'm still fit. I'm not fat. My skin looks good.
Yeah.
All my teeth are still straight. The hairline, I'm taking my trip to Turkey. After Micah goes, I'm going to go.
You going to get that line back up?
Yeah, I'm going to get the line back
get that
up.
brought forward a little bit?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm going to get my line brought back forward. Okay. But that's here nor there, right? That's out of my control.
No.
Okay, the things that are in my control are still in my control. And then when I go back and they get to see me, and they give you that look like, damn.
Jesse likes to dunk on people, guys. He likes to dunk on people.
I always
in your face.
I always want people to look at me and be like, damn, he still hasn't fallen off.
Not magnanimous then.
No, I'm not magnanimous.
Out here being petty.
He
100%.
Out here being petty.
100%.
So congratulations to your niece. I think it was a family photo. Are you the tallest guy in the family?
I am.
You tower over your brother.
I am.
I was like,
I am. Same mother, same father.
Right. I was like,
I don't know if the milkman made it stop, but made a little.
I saw the family photo. I was like, wow, you're taller.
I'm the biggest.
I mean, and by a lot.
By a lot. It's not even close.
Like, goodness gracious.
Yeah, in every sense of the word. Like, I am the biggest of the Holley crew.
That's crazy.
My
Clarence,
dad's not big. My mom's not big. None of that.
Clarence and Jeff don't work out. I will tell you this now. I do some cardio. I play a lot of volleyball, and I drink beer and Fireball, and I use DoorDash too much. So I'm a little bit skinny fat.
Hey.
For 41, it's not bad.
And stop your hating, okay?
Facts.
Tell him what that. Tell him.
Young lady told me, "Did you play college sports? You got an athletic build, okay? You got an athletic build."
Where'd you say that?
She was lying. She was lying. She was trying to get a phone bill paid.
She was pretty big, huh?
She was not. No. No. She had her yoga pants on. She was at this bar.
Well, yoga pants will lie to you.
No, not them. No. She works out. She does.
How many C's?
How many C's? No.
Thick
No.
with
I
two?
don't do the thick. I like slim and trim. I like slim goodies. I don't like all that lopsided stuff. I like slim goodies.
Somebody, if you want to timestamp it, say 6 minutes in, they started talking Cowboys.
Here we go.
So I saw that Adam Schefter was opening his yapper on that on the Get Up show with the Get Up. I don't know who's on it.
Yeah, Get Up.
I don't watch bad stuff.
Mike
but
Greenberg.
I do. Okay. He's okay.
Mike Greenberg.
Yeah.
Mike's Greenberg.
Yeah. But all I do is I look for things that they say about important Cowboys overnight. When I go to sleep, I wake up and I'm like, anything happened with the important Cowboys? And Adam Schefter on Get Up said most people believe a deal will get done for Micah Parsons at some point this summer. Clarence Hill, is that accurate?
I believe so, and I've said so. You know, we've done that. We think a deal's going to get done before training camp. You know, in training
I don't
camp.
believe that.
I believe it's going to get done before training camp. So I would think the next
I don't
month.
think it's going to get done before training camp.
That makes two of us.
But I mean,
I feel like we are
you're-
straight on the CD track.
See,
I'm thinking it makes me too.
yours are based on the past. Your opinion is based on the past.
That's right. I'm living.
And I say the difference in the past is they have a framework done.
cool.
They unlike the past,
Which is why it should
when
have
they
been
didn't
done.
have, they was just getting the negotiating done. You know,
But
they
every
have a
contract,
frame.
like every contract, any big time superstar, if you're not the first one as setting the market, the framework's already there.
Well,
Cities had a framework in because the other deals were
the
done in front of
framework
them.
is whoever got it before.
Well,
and then
no, I
adds-
hear you. There's a market, and you understand what the market is based on what someone else got. And so theoretically, yes. But what I'm saying is they've also already have talked about, because they're setting the market to a certain extent. You know, they're willing to set the market, go above and beyond what the other person got. And they have, you know, as Jared said, we're talking about guarantees. We're talking about everything involved with the contract. They've discussed, and they've had a meeting on their minds on that. So it's just a matter of stop being hard-headed.
Who had
Stop
a
being
meeting in the minds?
Jerry and Micah.
Oh, okay.
Cap.
Kids,
and who's going to work out this contract?
Again, that's my point.
Uh-huh.
They've had a meeting in their mind,
Jerry
and
who?
Micah said, call my agent.
Yeah.
You know? And so quit being hard-headed
I hope he ignores the call.
and call the agent, because at some point you got to do that.
I just got to tell you guys, and I got to tell all of you in the chat. What I want to know is how you feeling today. You know,
It's
physically,
Friday.
emotionally, mentally, because
How's
it's
your
Friday.
mentals and dentals?
You know, yeah. How's your mentals, your dentals, and your chickens? You know, Friday's a good day. It's a good day.
That's what Ice Cube said.
You don't got to work like when I'm done here at noon. I got nothing to do till Pilates at 5:05. You know,
Nap in?
I'll get a nap in.
All right.
I'll watch some of the show I've been watching with Billy Bob Thornton, Goliath. It's not new, but I found it. It knew that I'd watch something with Billy Bob, and it prompted me again. I don't want to do this today. But I had it up to about here with Jerry Jones.
Oh,
And
we got
Clarence-
Jerry
Clarence-
Rant. Let's go, baby. We haven't had one of these in a minute.
And Clarence told you yesterday, sweet man. Like if you ever saw Jerry at the 7-Eleven buying a cheap bottle of wine and got confused about why he's buying a cheap bottle of wine, boy, he would honeydee you. You will walk out there and be like, I love that dude.
He's not.
Boy, I hate the way he does this stuff. Sign the damn player, man.
He wasn't confused why about that wine and where he was going with that wine.
Hey, what?
He was not confused where he was going
No, I
with
said
that
you
wine.
would be confused. Like, Jerry, what are you doing with a $7-8 bottle of wine?
Yeah,
Like, what-
you would, if you
That
know
ripple
Jerry,
hit different, baby. That thing get right to the source out
I
here.
just- on a Friday, I don't want to talk about you, Jerry. Just sign, like, when it's time to sign your best players, just sign your best players. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. And yes, in the second week of training camp, he's going to sign Micah, or the third week. And then we're going to hear about when Micah has 2.5 sacks through 6 games. Well, yeah, I wish I'd been out there ramping it up. And Jerry will be like, it's not affecting it on the field at all, just like I had with CD. And I'm good on that. It's a Friday. I'm not going to worry about it. It's a Friday.
And you don't want to get your players upset. It's like CD was upset when Jerry was at camp, say it's not urgent to get the deal done. Because I'd rather him be sitting at home than get hurt in the camp. Which is what how he tries to spin it.
Yeah.
Because he could get
Which
hurt.
is an asinine thing to say.
He could get
Don't
hurt.
want him to get hurt.
Everybody else can get hurt.
Can't get hurt if he's not practicing.
Don't
Dak
want
get
one
hurt.
of my best football players actually playing football to get himself ready in football shape for the football season.
No. I don't want him exercising in the offseason either because he can pull something.
Listen,
I want him to show up fat.
And it's okay for my quarterback to get hurt, who I'm about to give $60 million. It's okay for him to be out there and get hurt. My receiver, no. Stay at home. Don't worry about it. It's not urgent for you because I don't want you to get hurt. But
You tell him.
CD took that personally, and just like Zeke took Zeke who personally. Because this is about them. This is their own deal. Jerry does 1 million deals, and it's not personal, just business for him, okay? And so the urgency for him is not the urgency for the player. So
Sometimes it's personal for Jerry. Amari Cooper not being here was personal for Jerry.
well, I'm talking about doing the contract.
Okay.
We're talking about negotiating
Yeah,
the contract. That's because he does deals all the time.
As soon as he gets done, you'll see all the hugs.
Yeah, it's going to be okay. But my point is, though, you don't want your players mad because it's personal. This is their livelihood. This is life. This is the first and maybe the last time they get to get generational wealth. So this is very personal for them. Jerry's used to this. And so that's why you want to get it done. You don't want Micah, who is not pressed, not bothered right now. He's saying all the right things. He's not upset. He's not changing his Twitter profile and taking the Cowboys off his Twitter profile and IG profile, taking all the gear.
I love that. That's a good power move. That really gets stuff
but that's
done.
what they do now.
I know. I know.
CD did some of that,
Suddenly it's a picture of him at Penn State.
Yeah. So he's not doing that.
The thing about Micah, while Micah may not be pressed today,
right.
Micah will and has had like football FOMO. Like Micah likes to do football. Like that's like, and that's
he ran out there and did that one drill when he wanted to be.
Look at Micah. It's media going crazy.
Like Micah wants to be there though. Like that's the thing about Micah. He I know that he does his traveling and all the other kind of stuff and he does his podcast, but when it comes to the on-field stuff, Micah wants to be a part of that.
And he wants to be great.
Like he wants to be a part. Like he likes that, the competition part, the practicing part, like that part, he wants to be around football. He's not one of these guys that are like he's not okay staying home.
Right.
It's one thing if I'm with a group and I'm making money and I'm traveling abroad somewhere, like cool, we're having fun I'm with the guys. But
when they're all at work,
when everybody's at work and I got nobody like to chill with, to hang with, to BS with, Micah's looking around and he's not a guy who can sit there patiently when the game of football for a team that he wants to be a part of is doing football. Right? So like today, no, not pressed. Oh, but when we get to training camp and he has to potentially sit around.
He's going to be chewing on his hand.
Yeah, and watch other people play the game that he loves. And, that's when he gets on the phone. And maybe that's what Jerry's waiting for, right? Maybe Jerry's looking at that and saying, if I wait him out enough, he will, I don't want to use the word panic, but he will begin to put pressure maybe on David Malugetta to go, hey, dog, get a deal done. Like,
I'm fiending.
I'm fiending to go out there and play. And I know, and it is a fight, right? Because David Malugetta has to remind him, let me do this.
Right.
Like, I have your best interests.
It's my job.
It's my job. I know you want to play, but we can't falter and fall into the hands of what they want, because that's when, Micah kind of goes, maybe I don't need everything fully guaranteed.
Right.
Maybe I don't need that. Maybe I'll do that extra year or whatever it may have you. And that's what.
And that's when Jerry got you right where he wanted to. And I know we can do a whole show on this because it just goes. It just goes back to like the collusion, not the collusion stuff with the contracts that have come out this week. Mike Florio is talking about how the NFL is, colluded to keep contracts
Pablo
down.
Torre broke it. Let's not say Florio broke
Pablo
anything.
did break it.
Pablo broke it.
Yeah, let's just get it right.
No problem with Pablo. But my point is, you go back to because they talked about the Kyler Murray contract, and Bidwell was saying, I purposely kept the money down.
Yeah.
I personally kept the guarantees down. And the Chargers owner said, good, because we can use that with our quarterback.
Yeah.
And so just because they tell you what they can't do, that's why you need an agent.
Yeah.
Okay, and a strong agent. Because, yes, Jerry will get you. Once you get frustrated and say, do a deal, then Jerry got you. Then you take it. than what he would have given you ordinarily, and which often happens with players because the owners say, well, it's only as far as I can go. Lies, which they admit was a lie.
Yeah.
You know, because they're doing the work for the league and they're keeping money down on purpose. And fans, you don't fall into the hook, line, and sinker. Everybody, well, Dak didn't deserve this. And no, Dak did what he was supposed to do because the owners, you know, are the tickets, is parking pass worth $100? Is one slice of pizza worth $10? Why y'all worried about it? That ain't worth it. It ain't your business.
How good is that pizza?
It's
I
not.
never bought food in that stadium a day in my life.
That's because you're in the suite. But I'm talking about John. I'm talking about the average fan who gets mad at Dak. Dak's making too much money, but you paying $100 to park.
Well, I will say this about Kyler Murray's contract. Makes sense to keep his guarantees down. Because when your quarterback rating drops 50 points every time a new Call of Duty comes out.
There you go. We talking about the market. See, there you go. See how y'all do? You see, we talking about the market, what you deserve. We're talking about collusion.
I told you, I want to tear down Kyler. I'm trying to be the best person to come out of Allen, not him.
Before we go to break, Willie Kemp right here says, this old Navy vet who suffers from depression, your show brings me such joy. Willie, my brother, thank you so much. Those are kind words, man. If this show is why you keep showing up every single day, we'll keep being here, brother. Keep showing up, and we will do the same, man. Let's walk this walk together. You don't have to fight this battle of depression alone. You can rock out with your boys from DLLS Cowboys podcast, man, and we're going to ride with you.
Thank you for your service, and we love you. And I think Willie's a sweet name.
Willie!
I love the name Willie.
You know why I like it?
No. Willie Beeman.
I like Willie Beeman.
Yeah.
I like one of my favorite comedians. He called himself Sweet Dick Willie.
Willie Stargell.
Huh? Yeah.
Sweet Richard Willie.
Coming up
name.
Next. Yeah. Coming up next. So the Cowboys really the worst in the NFL at this. It's next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast.
And if you love Wendy's classic frosty flavors, we have some big news for you. That's what you should do. In that time between the show being over and Pilates, you should head on down to Wendy's.
Can I tell you a secret about the Wendy's Frosties?
Tell me.
Because we were talking about the new flavors because commercial came on.
Okay,
I was with a lady, and she was like, yeah, but I just love the old school chocolate for the fries. So, like, we love the new flavors, but don't be afraid to go old school.
But here's the thing. The old school's not going away.
That's
the
right.
old school is still there. Your classic vanilla, your classic chocolate, it's still there. But if you want to get a part of this new wave, Wendy's got you covered with the mixed frosty fusion. They got Oreo brownies, caramel crunch, and the Pop-Tart strawberry. And you can still get the old classics. But these new ones, I can attest to you. That Pop-Tart one is fire. So head on over to Wendy's right now and try these new treats out. Whatever the flavor you're craving, odds are that we've got the Frosty for. So clock in for a sweet treat anytime, including midnight or later, with Wendy's all new Frosty flavors. The refreshing of the classic. Be at Wendy's. At participating Wendy's, hours may vary by location.
Yeah, and I bet they got Wendy's in Vegas. I bet they got a Wendy's in Vegas.
What's happening in Vegas?
On the strip?
No? You don't think they got Wendy's out there?
Sure.
We'll find one.
We'll
find a Wendy's. We going to Vegas.
We
want
to
you
Vegas!
to come with us. We are heading to
Las Vegas
with our friends at True Fan Travel.
Viva!
We want you to come with us for the ultimate fan
Vegas.
experience. We're going to take over the strip. We're going to turn it into one big-ass club pop.
Now I'm having Bible study in my room.
With the Lotion Lounge.
Yes.
Bible study in my room.
Bible study so you can bounce back from your club pop mistakes. Join us as the Cowboys are taking on the Raiders November 17th. This all-inclusive trip we're inviting you to includes a 3-night stay at a luxury Vegas resort, game tickets, VIP parties, exclusive events with us, the DLLS crew, and your fellow diehard fans, and much more. So come on with us. See how Dallas does Vegas. Go ahead and book that thing at truefantravel.com.
Can't do it.
It's the DLLS Cowboys podcast. Somebody said from last segment when I said, I do want to know your favorite worst running back. Jacob said, Sammy Morris doesn't get any. I don't know who that is.
Oh, I remember Sammy Morris. He was like the yoked up one.
I remember
Is
Bam.
that Denver?
Was that Bam?
He was at Denver.
Wasn't Sammy here too?
Legend.
Patriots legend?
Yep.
Sammy played here briefly, right? Was that
No,
Sammy?
you're talking about the other Morris from Washington. You're talking about the dude from Washington.
Alfred Morris?
Alfred Morris. You're
Oh,
talking about
yeah,
Alfred
Alfred
Morris.
There was a
Who had the-
no.
Came in wearing a funky number.
You're
I
talking
wanna
about
say-
Alfred Morris,
No,
man.
I want to say Sam Morris played here for like a year.
No.
We'll find out.
Thank you.
Let's
he was
go.
a teammate of mine.
Come
on.
I know I ain't tripping.
Forget his
Sammy
he didn't
Morris,
forget
right?
Sammy on the practice squad.
Okay.
7 to 10 New Englander,
That's what I'm
Okay.
saying.
Big
He
time
was
Patriot,
here.
John
I remember
says.
because he had nice little. His guns was like.
Did he play?
Yeah.
Did he
mine?
play?
Kinda like mine?
No, not like yours.
Not like
Did
mine.
he play, John? Did he play?
I don't know if he played. I know he was here.
Why are you worried about
In
that?
New England, he was a special teamer.
Right.
Yeah, so he didn't play here.
Wait, don't.
All those
Don't.
06
Oh, you was
don't
born
do
with a
that.
special team.
Don't do
You was
that.
born with a special
Don't do that
team.
with special teams,
I
man.
forgot.
Don't do that with the
You
that.
special
He
teams.
was born with a special team. Like, he didn't get no
But I'm like,
one
I
in the
know
We call that
backfield.
making hundreds and hundreds
Okay,
of thousands
but-
of dollars a year is what we call
okay,
that.
with all due respect,
change, baby.
with all due
Run it
res-
down on
with all
kickoff. My
due-
tax bracket
with
change.
all due respect, we're talking about backs.
Yeah, but
and
I just remember like
we're
I'm
talking
like, he
about
was here.
when running back is your primary job. Okay, we're talking about guys who count on to run the ball.
Chill. Are you talking about Deuce Vaughn and his kind of people? Ooh, the real backs.
We're talking about. Somebody said Joe Randall. We're talking about the Joe Randalls. Okay, the guy who's
Quick
Who was-
Joseph Randall story.
who-
We're
Who-
going to the beach. Joseph's running down to the ocean. As soon as his feet hit the water, he dives straight in. That's the kind of guy Joe Randall is. That's Jason Garrett. I don't know.
That made sense. Joe Randall did that, and then Joe
What else
Randall
did he do?
Like,
Well, he did some stuff he should not have done.
but it correlates, right?
yeah.
You
Yeah.
jump in the ocean,
You got a
as soon as
little
your
clink,
feet-
clink, a little
Yeah.
bit.
So you still underwear from Dillard's
Yeah, smart decision.
and
making.
cologne?
Yeah, not being a smart decision maker.
I like to smell good, and I like to wear underwear. Well, I like
And
to
then,
smell good.
and then while you being interviewed by the police, you try to say, "Well, y'all let Dez do this and Dez do that." And then Dez comes out to practice and cusses you out because you brought his name up with the police because you know everybody gets all the video, right?
Yeah.
And so he's talking to police, trying to get off by bringing up Dez's name.
Never do that in any
And then
situation.
And Dez tried to go off and in practice in front of the media. Jason Whitney got to come and separate them. I mean, you know, this is Cowboy stuff. But yes,
I like the
Joseph Randall.
John is in the chat posting up Sammy Morris stats. Okay, anyway, the reason that I brought up running backs was just for the hell of it because I wanted people to be in the chat because when people are in the chat, it's good for the algorithm and people see us on YouTube. So is the like button. So if you could hit that, it would be great. Pro Football Focus says that the Cowboys have the 32nd best running back group in the league. Now, there is a different way you could say that, but I'm going to say the 32nd best.
Or last. Or dead last.
You could say worst.
Worst.
Hey,
but
do,
I'm going to say 32nd best.
The grundle of running back groups in the league.
do we have a drop of trash from my boy?
Oh, from when you was
Oh.
talking about.
Oh, not my track.
Not currently. We can
Nah, you-
we can acquire one.
You talking about Bubba Dub?
I'm talking about Bubba Dub. He was on the show. We don't have a drop of trash from Bubba Dub. We can say trash.
We can make it happen. Yeah, Cowboys are 32nd. Here's what Pro Football Focus says about our running backs. The Cowboys allowed their two leading rushers, Rico Dowdle and Ezekiel Elliott, to leave in free agency. Javonte Williams and Miles Sanders have since taken their place. Williams struggled in Denver, recording just a 64.6 PFF rushing grade over the past 3 seasons. Sanders has yet to rediscover the high level of production he showed in 2022 with Philly. 5th-round rookie Jaden Blue could provide a boost with his speed and receiving ability, but he's never been a workhorse type of back. Dallas running back situation could become a major issue during the 2025 season. And here's your Javonte Williams nerd stats. Well, it's a combination of standard stat and nerd stat. Yards per carry, rushing yards over expected per carry. You don't want to have a minus sign in front of your over expected. That's getting more than half a yard less per carry than would
How
be
does that compare to
expected.
Zeke last year?
Oh, I bet Zeke was worse.
You think so?
I bet so.
Out of 41 running back, that means Zeke would have had to have been the 41st.
Yes.
At rushing yards over expected, he might have been. I bet he was. You know what?
I bet he
I'm
was.
going. I bet he was.
You bet he
I bet he
was?
was 41.
John will find out
I bet he
for
was
us.
41.
John will
Can
find
we
out.
give
Either
yards
that or he didn't have enough carries to
rushing
qualify.
yards over expected for Zeke, and where did he rank? Let's do
Either
that.
that or he didn't have enough to qualify.
No. Don't
I
be.
believe he didn't have enough to qualify. I
Okay.
don't know what the qualifier is. I don't think he hit it.
No, but we can.
But
You
can
can
we
give us
still
a stat.
find the number
You can
on
give
it?
us a stat. The ranking don't matter.
Hold on. Rushing yards. Let me see if I can just find
Is
Zeke Elliott.
my hopium tank? Do I got a little too much hopium dip on my chip?
Probably.
For your North Carolina boy? Yes.
Bias aside.
Yeah,
That's why.
Relax.
Okay.
Bias aside.
Minus 0.8 for Zeke.
Told you.
So that's
worse.
41st. He makes him 41st.
He would have been 73rd out of 41.
What's that when you looking up?
Rushing yards over
I
expected.
just make sure you looking up the right stat.
I mean, there's a reason that Rico averaged like a yard and a half more per carry than him.
Is there
Yes.
Damn. What about
Damn.
can you get the
Hopium.
question out?
He settled the question. Yeah, you hope him. Yes.
I got too much dip in my chip.
Yes.
Zeke's dad's about to sue DLLS. Zeke's dad went on Twitter, was like, I bet nobody can show me, and a bunch of people cut up a bunch of stuff. They're like, here's how it used to be, and he was like,
He actually didn't go on Twitter. He was on my show, but it's okay. They put it on Twitter.
That's right. It wasn't you.
Yes, they put it on Twitter.
Where can we find your show, Clarence?
Cowboys and Chill on YouTube. There you go.
What were you saying, Jesse, before Clarence told you shut up?
We talk about the ACL injury for Javonte, and it's been 2 years removed.
And he says he finally feels like himself 2 years later. What you told me?
He finally feels like himself. There's going to be an emphasis on running the football. Clayton Adams has been a guy who's gotten really creative with how he blocks in the blocking run scheme. You saw that as evident how they ran the football.
Clarence is looking at you like you farted.
In Arizona with Connors and others.
Kyler
Murray as well.
Dak's that kind of athlete.
Is there a chance that Javonte can find lightning in a bottle one more time?
There's a chance. There's a chance.
Is there a better chance that Miles Sanders can, because he's actually done it and done more with
and I say this because
and he's not been injured.
I believe that the box is gonna be light. You're not gonna have as many people hanging around the box because you're gonna have to figure out like how to cover these two on the outside.
And teams like to defend the pass anyway now. Too deep is what people do.
Like,
plus you've got
CD has entered that realm where like he's legitimate. Not saying that he wasn't there before, but like he is officially entered that realm where just about every game now you have to say, we gotta double that dude.
Yeah.
Right. And I don't like, and I haven't looked at it, but like the cornerback that they may face this year, I don't think I could be wrong, right? But the lockdown corner where you go, you have him, y'all battle it out.
I don't even know if that man exists.
And we go somewhere else over here. I think that's gonna have to give the running game a little bit more breathing room because you gotta double one or two of those guys.
Are you willing to acknowledge that what you're saying is actually two separate points? Because I agree with you. The opportunity to run the ball in Dallas exists because of the problems you give people.
Yes.
Does that give hope that whoever it is has a good chance? Yeah, I think so. But does that mean that individually Javonte Williams will be better than we think? Not necessarily.
Okay.
Not necessarily.
And that's fair. That is fair. And then you have to also add into the fact that we know what BB is gonna be. We for sure know what Tyler Smith is gonna be. Everyone else is still up in the air.
Yep.
Right? Tyler Guyton, don't know.
I feel good about Booker, but NFL is
there's going to be
thing.
some learning curve that Tyler Booker has to face. Like you know what I'm saying? Like he's going to have to come in and figure out this thing with the NFL.
How not to hurt all the D tackles that he's destroying.
No, hurt them.
Oh,
just
okay.
Don't run into your own people while you're doing it.
Yeah.
And then what version of Terrence Steele are we going to get? Now, running game Terrence Steele is a good football player. Like we can say that confidently. Like Terrence Steele as a run blocker, pretty good football player.
And it used to be at times kick ass.
Right.
At moving people.
The passing now, that's another conversation. But it's not about passing, it's talking about running.
Yeah.
I think I don't know. I think there may be a chance for Javonte. I'm not saying that he's gonna.
You want there to be a chance for Javonte. I mean, is your bias is showing
for the team.
I mean, I want there to be. I want him to be good too because I want him to win all the games.
Who do you want to be good, Javonte? You want to be?
I want the running back to be good.
Okay,
but Javonte's gonna get the start. Like right now, the way they're looking at is Javonte's gonna get
on Miles side. He looked good in OTA. He looked good in Underwear Olympics.
Yeah, I don't count that.
I'm gonna go man on fire on y'all.
He looked good.
I wish they got more guys.
Okay.
Like the Cleveland Browns. They fixed their running back room, I believe, for the next 4 years. They don't have to think about it at all. Second round, they took Quinshon Judkins, the Ohio State guy. Fourth round, they took Dylan Sampson, the Tennessee guy. Cowboys went fifth round, and when was Maffa picked? 6 or 7?
Yeah.
Like, they went later, which I don't totally hate, but I feel like one of those teams, I know they're good. And the Cowboys had to go. I don't like that you said Brian Schottenheimer, like he knows the importance of running the football. He wants to run the football. So why are you putting nothing into it?
Right.
That's what I don't really understand. And don't get me wrong, I'm a believer in some of the things that I think the Cowboys believe too, and that like there is such a thing as positional value. I can figure out running back. But boy, I wish you put a little something on it. Not just, these are the cheapy veterans that we decided will sign for nothing, and then we're going to throw a day 3 pick. And I like Jaden Blue. I hope he takes it and runs with it.
The problem is that it's all hopium. The whole running back room is based on hopium. There's nothing guaranteed. Like we know what this guy can do. We don't know what any of them can do at this point, and that's the problem.
Yeah. Jeremy's in the chat. Running back room nickname: Favorable Box Boys.
Let's go.
Get a favorable look there.
Let's
Not
go,
as many
baby.
people in the box.
FBB.
Yeah, I like that.
Put it on a T-shirt.
Coming up next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast, we do continue on with Jesse Holley's film breakdown, getting to know the dudes they got to deal with. It's next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast.
And whether you need a snapback, trucker hats, fitteds, beanies, or tees, Branded Bill has you covered with performance and style.
That Dallas hat is fire.
It is.
I saw it this morning, and I want it.
It is.
I want it.
Looking for some gear to make your brand stand apart from the crowd? Branded Bill has you covered with the best custom headwear. Start your order, and their dedicated team will help you create the exact custom appeal you need. They have a partnership with 30-plus colleges as part of their campus collection. That includes TCU. The Texas Longhorns are coming soon. So head on over to brandedbill.com and use the promo code BBDLLS for 15% off your first order. That's BBDLLS for 15% off your first order. You do not want to miss opportunity. These hats are fire. Go look at the website.
It is fire.
It is
the Dallas hat is
absolutely fire. So get in the game. Branded Bill's premium headwear and apparel. Use the promo code BBDLLS for 15% off your first order.
All right, let's talk about our friends at Mando as well. You're out there right now. You might be. I got to tell you, it's hot out there. It's hot out there. Jesse's front foot. Clarence is on the phone. Shout out to John. Just always, boy, he gonna get you. You mess around. Clarence is ordering his Mando right now.
I need it this weekend. I got a big weekend coming up. I'm gonna need some Mando.
I don't know if that means a big weekend. You need your Mando.
I'm gonna be outside. Be outside. It's hot. Be
I
outside.
got that steak weekend this weekend, baby. Get that Mando. Get the Mando, baby.
I'm hoping to have a big weekend involving Mando as well.
Let's go.
I hope it'll be good. Well, you got to take care of your everything. Everybody, about the underarm. What about the tank?
What about the tank?
What about the grundle?
What
about the satchel situation?
You got to have a satchel situation.
You want that to smell like bourbon leather, Cloverwoods, Mount Fuji, stuff like that. Hit up our friends, Mando, shopmando.com. Use the code DLLS. So anyway, it's the DLLS Cowboys podcast. It's good to see you guys. Thanks for being here with us. We sure do appreciate you. Please go ahead and hit that like button.
Hit the like button, man.
Let people know that you like what's happening here, okay? Or else, not a threat.
Jeremy said DLS needs that T in a 5X. Jeremy, you a 5X, my guy?
5X. Let's go. Aren't you strong?
Big boy.
Hey, Jeremy strong?
It's a lot of cotton you talking about for that T-shirt. 5X? It's a lot of cotton, man.
Jeremy wants us to want a blanket. That's a blanket.
Man, that is a quilt. That's a
comforter.
I wish that once upon a time I was way bigger, because I feel like it gives you an advantage if you come on down. That like your legs strong as hell.
What'd you do with that extra skin though?
I don't know.
Tuck it in a T-shirt.
I got extra.
What?
Clarence?
You ever dated somebody that lost a lot of weight and they didn't do nothing with their skin?
Never. And never plan to.
But you don't know.
Never.
That might lead to our final topic, because I know I shouldn't do it.
You
it's
don't
the DLLS
know.
Cowboys podcast.
Until you know.
But I saw something about the Golden Bachelor that I want to ask Clarence about so bad.
Golden Bachelor.
Yeah, it might be in the next segment.
I tank.
I'm trying to get Clarence on the Golden
Let's get to school as this session, man.
Come on.
Bobby's laughing. I'm telling you, Bobby laughing.
All right, man. School is back in session. Pull up a chair. The teacher is at the board, and we're going to get into this thing, man. The Cowboys are going to face a ton of good receivers, and some of them right in the division. This is another one the Cowboys will have to face not once, but twice.
Two-time.
And this is a guy who was one of my favorites, Terry McLaurin,
Scary
AKA
Terry.
Scary Terry. When you
You don't
look
want
at
none of Trayvon Diggs. Get healthy, Trayvon.
when you look at Scary Terry and what he had done over this league, he's one of the guys who has been one of the top receivers in the league who we don't talk about.
Yeah.
We talk about the Chases and the Jeffersons and the CDs and the Tyreek Hills of the world. But Terry McLaurin has been just as good statistically wise as those fellas during his time in this league. And he has not played with the greatest of quarterbacks.
No.
At all. And
No.
he's still showing up and showing out, especially against the Cowboys. You remember how the game almost ended last year on the Cowboys.
Until that joystick happened, baby.
Until
That
the
joystick
happened.
turned it that joystick on them, baby.
Hand grenades, baby.
They don't even know.
Almost.
These people don't even know what a joystick is.
They know.
They
Oh,
sit-
yeah,
they
we got-
sit-
We
that's
don't
old
have
school, ain't
joysticks
it?
anymore.
They don't have joysticks anymore. They have controllers. They have controllers. They don't have joysticks.
They got to know.
Y'all
All
remember-
right, let's
y'all
get to
remember
the
Dante
film,
Hall?
John, and break this thing down. All right, so here's the play that we're going to break down. Terry McLaurin is at the top. I tell you guys this time and time again before. When we break the huddle, we get to the line of scrimmage, the first thing that we want to look at is, go back, what
Where
is
are the
that
safeties?
safety doing? Look at that safety. He's in the middle of the field. Look what these guys on the outside are doing. They're looking at their man standing over top of them. But there's something uniquely different about what's happening up front. You see all those guys standing up? You got the defensive end, the next guy, the next. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 dudes are up there,
Who
and
coming?
4 of them are standing up. You're asking yourself, who is coming? How is this thing going to work out? Next slide. When you go to it, this will look like from behind. So when Jay Daniels comes to the line of scrimmage, he has all these guys standing up, all these guys moving around. Now here's where it gets tricky because the offensive linemen are saying to themselves, all right, you got him, I got him, I got him. Go ahead to the next slide. And you'll see, all right, they're pointing. I got him. He's over there. This guy's standing up. This
Where's
guy's
the
standing
mic?
up.
He's the mic.
Oh, no, he's not the mic. That guy's the mic.
Omaha.
And so here's when you want your quarterback to step up and step in. Jaden Daniels said, hold on, guys. I got this. I got this. Well, everybody's pointing out, I got this. Here's what we're going to do. Jaden Daniels say, screw all that. The hell with it. Everybody's going right. All right, we're sliding the protection to the right. We're sliding the protection to the right. Don't worry about who's the mic. Don't worry about who you got. We're zoning this damn thing to the right. Everybody slide to the right, and I will take care of the throw. My throw will take care of whoever the hell comes free. But all you big boys up front, you're going to the right. And guess what? He looks outside, and he says, oh, there's Terry.
My best
McLaurin.
guy got one-on-one, huh?
My best receiver has one-on-one, and I don't care who the DB is out there. My guy has one-on-one, and I know that I have to throw this ball out there somewhere where that circle is at around the 50-yard line because I'm going to throw it away from the quarterback and away from the safety right in that hole right there. So now the quarterback's already slid the protection. He's already identified it is man by the safety where it's facing,
Man,
and
go.
I have my best receiver against whoever the hell their cornerback is. I like this matchup. So for these guys, I look outside. Well, look at there. At the line of scrimmage, my receiver, what it looks like, has already beaten the defender at the line of scrimmage. As you can see, the DB is leaning to the outside. Terry McLaurin is coming to the inside. Jayden Daniels is looking at that right now at his peripheral, keeping that safety in the middle of the football field because he understands that if Terry McLaurin has won at the line of scrimmage, this is going to be a very, very profitable throw down the field.
Just keep you right there on that logo in the middle, buddy. Don't ruin this for me.
Absolutely. Terry McLaurin wins at the line of scrimmage. And there's a famous saying that we have in the wide receiver room. Jeff, help me out with this. And the famous saying goes, if we're even,
Well, I would say if I'm even, I'm leaving.
and that's the famous term, if we're even, we're leaving. As you can see right here, Terry McLaurin is even with the wide,
he gone.
even with the DB, and Jayden Daniels goes, that's my pass. Now, remember I told you, go back to the last slide. Remember what I told you that he slid the protection to the right. He said, everyone's going to the right, and my throw is going to beat whoever comes out. The running back has to protect inside first to outside. Jayden Daniels sees it, takes a step back, finds his read, and as Terry McLaurin goes, look like he was even, and now he's leaving.
Better get there quick, though.
Yeah, Jayden Daniels let that thing throw. Now, here's where it is imperative for young receivers or even some of the veteran receivers, learn how to stack. When you beat the DB at the line of scrimmage, when you're even and you're leaving, don't give him an opportunity to get back into the play. Once you get to a point where you can now stack him, get on top of the defensive back, your quarterback lays it out here. Now, What I want you guys to remember, you'll see this sometimes in practice film. When you look at the practice film and you see that red line that's in the practice field, you'll never see it in the NFL game because they can't put it on the field. But every practice field in the NFL, you see where that X is at right there? There's usually a red line that goes all the way down the field in practice field. That's called where we want to lay this ball out for right there. I want to be about 2 to 4 yards from the sideline because that gives the quarterback the opportunity to what we call drop it in the bucket. The closer you get to that sideline, the tighter my throw has to be. But when you ride that red line and I can lay that thing out here and you've already stacked the defender, boy, it is a pretty play for the quarterback and the wide receiver. Now, we always talk about in the NFL, tight catches, close catches, right? This is something that you look at. The great ones understand this. What beats a really good defense or a really good defender?
Perfect throw,
damn
perfect catch.
good throw and a damn good catch. And you see that right there by Terry McLaurin. And look at the tight window throws from a guy like Terry McLaurin. This is what he does. This is the tight window percentages of how Terry McLaurin operates in the National Football League. He is the very best at the reception, the yards, the touchdowns, the EPA, and tight window throws last season. So this is the land that he lives in with Jaden and Daniel. So the Cowboys are going to have to get ready for plays like this when it comes to playing a guy like Scary Terry, where he has the ability to beat you at the line of scrimmage. He understands when it comes to route running, when I get by my guy, when we're even with him, when I begin to leave him, I got to get back on top. Stack your defender, and the quarterback has enough room to lay that thing out there. You want to give your quarterback the opportunity to have, not to miss the throw, but have a window for the throw. If you're tight to that sideline, and now that has to be a perfect throw or a jump ball throw, you will now allow the DB to get back in the play. But when you leave that area, see how that ball is slightly over the outside left shoulder of the DB? That means I can miss that throw outside, and it keeps you away from that safety. If that safety is bearing down and that throw was to the inside, well, now he has the ability to impact the catch, hit you, knock your helmet off. Sometimes if you throw it too far on the inside, we call it a hospital ball, because leave your keys, because that safety is going to knock your head off and dislodge the ball. But this is a perfect throw, a perfect route, a perfect catch by Terry McLaurin and Jaden Daniels. And this is what the Cowboys are going to have to face coming into this season with a guy like Terry McLaurin, who the Washington Commanders are looking to take the next step, right? Build on what they did last year. And it's going to be a lot of what Terry McLaurin and what Jaden Daniels are able to do in the passing game if they're going to be able to not just look at that and say, oh, last year was a fluke, but we are the real thing. And Scary Terry is one of these guys, man, who is absolutely phenomenal in space, at the line of scrimmage, in the route running, strong hands. He is one of the complete receivers that we have in the NFL today.
And one thing I like to say, and the throw was great. Daniels did what he was supposed to do, and it was a great, perfect throw, as you say. But the damn catch. He's an NFL receiver. Every receiver don't make that catch.
Did you immediately think of Turpin?
You thought of Turpin. You thought of Turpin. You thought of Turpin. You thought of Turpin because he can't catch the ball over his head. But there are a lot of receivers who can't make that catch, and Turpin probably couldn't make it without a DB draped on him. I'm talking about with the DB. You said it. I didn't. You know, that's not what he
literally just said it.
Okay.
You.
But
yes,
with a DB draped on you, okay? Yeah. With a DB, it's like basketball. Everybody can shoot the ball in the gym, okay?
Nope.
A lot of people can shoot the ball in the gym with no contact. Okay, through contact, person situations. That's what makes NBA players different, because they can do it through contact. They can take the contact and still make their shot and still shoot a perfect jumper. NFL receiver. He is a NFL receiver, professional. I like to say professional receiver. A professional receiver makes that catch.
Absolutely, and that's his thing. Scary Terry. If there's something that you need done at that wide receiver position on the football field, he's one of the guys who has the speed. He has, and I you'll hear me say this a lot as we continue to break down wide receivers. And Jeff, you understand this and you know this because you played a position at one point in time, and you're a ball knower. It's pace,
right?
Like running routes, it's not about horsepower all the time or how fast you can go. It's about pace, right? It's manipulating a lot of times, like how I want to set this up. right? Because I have to be able. If I go too fast, he's not ready. If I come open too early, he's not ready to throw.
If I can get you to, then I'm bye-bye.
I'm gone. And so Terry McLaurin, man, he is one of the good guys at this position in the league, and I enjoy watching him. And the Cowboys better be ready.
Yeah, I'm with 5X Jeremy, because it's two Jeremys. It's two Jeremys.
Jeremy Witt and Jeremy Phillips.
Yeah,
but Jeremy Witt.
That's 5X. That's 5X.
You don't have to call him 5X.
I mean, he did say
He asked for 5X.
He did.
I'm with 5X Jeremy.
Triple X plus 2.
It's a great job. Great segment. Seriously, you do it. This is teaching. You're not getting this anywhere else. This is teaching. This is from an NFL receiver who's been in the room, not one that dreamed of that was.
Why you got to take?
I'm just saying.
I was close.
He's breaking it down.
I was close.
It's good stuff.
Thank you.
That was good stuff. We all learning here.
Thank you.
We all learning here.
Could you break down the Debo practice tape next time?
Yeah.
Where he was just
pace.
But not
That was
really
his
getting
pace.
anywhere.
That was pace.
That was his pace.
A peso.
You're trying to convince.
It was peso, more like queso.
Yeah.
Queso.
You're convincing the DB you can't run.
Yeah.
And then, you just make a play. Okay, coming up next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast, I do have questions from the people, but also I read an article this morning about the Golden Bachelor I got to ask Clarence about next. Also want to encourage you guys to be a diehard. We got the Make Your Move intro offer going on in honor of the NBA draft, the NHL draft. These off seasons get going. It's time for you to make your move and become an official member, a diehard of our DLLS family. I was actually in our Discord this morning talking fantasy books with some of our diehards. Fantasy books.
Fantasy books.
Like
Okay.
wizards and
I got you.
stuff like that. Not like.
I was thinking fantasy football.
Okay,
I wasn't thinking
you
fantasy.
weren't thinking.
No. I wasn't thinking that fantasy.
Okay, good.
Like romanticized fantasy.
No, yeah.
No. I was thinking like, wait, like you looking for fantasy football books?
I mean, I guess I'd read a fantasy. I wouldn't read a fantasy football.
No, you wouldn't.
I don't need anybody's help on that stuff. But look at Sweet Zeke. You ain't gotta be mad. We're literally just doing a film study and educating you on the competition in your division, my friend.
Yeah.
You're gonna be okay.
Sweet Zeke.
You know who else we could do? CD, okay? That'll make you feel better. We'll do a little CD for you.
Well, it makes no sense to do CD because we won't actually have to face CD in the regular season. We're doing all the receivers. Sweet Zeke, if you're late to the segment.
But if we got to glaze our own team just for this guy,
okay,
we could be like, man, CD's super good.
I got you.
Let's do CD. Let's do Pickens. Let's also do the two Jalen's.
No,
because people need to know. They need to see what needs to be improved. The two Jalen.
Jesse just told you no.
We play the hits around here, bro.
Yeah, we're gonna play the hits.
Top.
I
play the hits, brother.
Big names.
So you saying they're not hits?
You
saying they're not hits?
That's right.
Saying the two
Sign up to be a diehard. It's a great offer right now. It's normally $80 a year. It's $36 right this second. So go to alldlls.com. Sign up to be a diehard. You get 20% off of events, 20% off merch. You get a free T-shirt when you sign up from the merch shop. 20% off events if you want to come to Vegas with us. Boy, that pays dividends right now. So sign up to be a diehard. Then sign up to come with us to Vegas. How about that? Sign up to be a diehard at alldlls.com or else, which is not a threat. It's the DLLS Cowboys podcast. I have Cowboy questions from the people, but first I have a question for Clarence.
And nothing to get the Jalen's either.
Can we get the likes up? We did 99. Oh, there you go. Got 100. I get 124 shows over.
Clarence, you watch The Golden Bachelor?
I don't know what the Golden Bachelor is.
Really?
What's the Golden Bachelor?
You know the show The Bachelor?
Yeah.
Where they bring all these hussies in and they're all like, I want to find love. And it's like, no, you don't. You want to get famous.
Yeah, one of the bachelorettes I know personally, she went to UT from
Uh-huh.
Delta. She used to live in Dallas. Now she moved. But yeah, she's from Dallas.
Is that the one that does
It was
the
the first
show
black-
with,
the first black bachelorette. Yeah.
Van,
Yeah.
okay.
It's always about race with you.
No, it's the first black one. I mean, can we acknowledge when that was the first?
Yeah, she's pretty too.
Yeah.
She's still single or she married somebody that she met on the show?
She divorced a guy from the show.
How old is
And he
she?
tried to take her money.
How old is she? Her name's Rachel, right? Is that right? Yeah.
He tried to take her money.
I remember.
Yeah.
She's from Dallas. She's from Dallas.
Yeah, I remember.
Now, when you remember names, when you remember like that's an obscure name to remember from a very obscure
I
show
remember.
that I know that you don't follow.
I remember.
Yeah, that will caught your eye for real. That,
Okay, what happened on the Golden Bachelor?
We hung out a couple times.
you blushed too, and your face a
hung out
little.
a couple times.
Okay.
No, we did not. So the Golden Bachelor is the old people version. So they did a Bachelor and the dude was like 71.
I'm not that old, guys. I'm not that old.
Well, he's 72.
I'm not that old.
And the girl he picked was 71. And then they got married and they got divorced like 3 months later. He claimed it was because he had cancer. She said it was a train wreck.
Wow.
But anyway, they're going to do another one. And the dude's a former NFL player. His name is Mel Owens. So he's a former NFL player. They say NFL star, which I don't believe that because I don't know who he is. But he got in trouble, or he's in trouble, because he told the producers, my age range is 45 to 60, and he's 66.
Right.
He said, if they're over 60, I'm cutting them.
Me too.
This is not the Silver Bachelor. This is the Golden Bachelor. And so, okay, that's all I wanted to know. So if you were on that show and they're like, yeah, we're going to give you a range of women, you'd be like, I'm going to throw every one of them out if they're 60.
Yeah, I really don't do older women. I don't do young women.
Clarence, how old are you?
I'm 60.
And what's your age cutoff?
40, 45 to 60.
40 to 60?
Okay, you will go. You'll go.
I don't
near
really do the
60?
young ones. I'm not trying to.
You mess with the hussies.
I'm not trying to do like Shannon Sharp. I have no interest in. First of all, I can't talk to
First
them.
of all, she's 19. That's
That's my point. But I ain't doing 19, 20, 21, 30. They too young. We can't relate. We can have conversations. I like talking to people, and I'm not trying to talk to you about your young person issues. Okay.
Can we get? Can we do a bachelor show with you?
No, Jesse.
Listen.
Jesse's right here.
Leave me
You said
out of
for the
this,
NFL
man.
player, 4 minutes.
Leave
He's right
me
here.
out of this.
He's the one that he works
Leave me out
out.
of
He
this.
likes to throw his exercise. People, I mean, women will
I
love.
don't throw mine in
women.
place.
You just said he wanted to go home.
You hung
And-
your whole stuff out last week on the show. Or was that this week? When
That
you
was
had
la- that was last
when you had your
Okay,
hoochie.
did not he say he wanted to stay in shape so he can dunk on his friends? Did he not?
I just want them to
Did he not say
But I
that?
don't outwardly dunk on them. I just want them to look and the look be a dunk.
But
Hey,
you're
same thing.
you're the amorous one of the show.
Listen,
So you the one we got to.
the women
wanna
would
connect.
women love.
I'm not.
Come on, he's the hot chick on the show.
Nah.
He is the hot chick on the
Nah.
show.
I mean, you are.
Nope. I'm about.
You the catch.
Listen. I'm about 48 months.
You 63? You 6'3"?
I am
In good shape,
great shape.
long hair,
Don't care.
workout.
Skin looking
I
good.
just show you. Let me see the muscle.
But
Go
you
show
got
him the
an
muscle.
athletic build.
Show him the muscle.
You got an athletic build.
Yes, and she did say that. Somebody said, yes, she said that. Okay. But anyway, you come on. Don't put that on me,
He's talking to you.
sir.
I'm just asking.
I don't need no help.
But you don't want us to just march 20 or 30 people in here and be like, what you think?
Can we do the balloon pop thing? Can we do
No.
that?
What is that?
Oh, you don't venture too far on Black Twitter?
No.
You don't know the balloon pop thing?
I met a lot of
I
people
thought you
on
was a black man.
blackpeoplemeet.com.
I thought you was a
dude. I
black
don't know
man.
about-
I thought you was a black man.
Yeah, like it's like everybody holds these balloons. And
My man Willie
a
said
person
Mel
comes
Owens
out
played 10 years in the league.
and like they pop the balloon on, like according to like your looks and your questions and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
they want to stay, they keep their balloon. They don't want to stay, they pop it.
Oh, ain't nobody popping a balloon on me. Had
Listen,
nothing but balloons.
I did go to Denny's and eat off the 55 and up menu this morning.
Wait, you went?
Why you laughing, John?
You went
Somebody
to
came in
Denny's?
town. We got
Can we
picked up
pull
at the
just whatever
airport.
sound he just made
Yeah.
and just have that for later?
I
It sounds like
You sound like,
Tasmania.
you sound like wild thornberries right now.
I
You
thought
probably
it was,
don't know what
I
that
thought
I
it was
picked him
kinda
up at the
Tasmanian
airport,
devil.
and we went to get some breakfast, and we went to Denny's, and it was cheaper.
Denny's?
He wanted. Listen, I got a big weekend coming up. A lot of people coming. We went.
I'm trying to get you 30 more women this weekend. I'm trying, and some cameras. Jeremy has 5X Jeremy, Netflix with chill.
Ooh,
Huh?
let's go.
Huh?
Cut the check.
Huh?
Cut the check. But
Anyway,
the problem with those shows is you get all your stuff get exposed. Everybody don't need to know your stuff, your opinions.
you don't have
everything.
to say them. You tweet.
But I'm about to say, this is your life. This is literally your life.
But I control. But
there's not a single
but
opinion
I
you
control.
have
But
that I don't know from
when you get
Twitter.
on those shows, people things get twisted and turned around, and people really dig it into your opinions about life and relationships, and people get offended.
Mm,
I mean, what Charles Buckler say about the clock on the stove?
I don't know.
I'm not touching that. He's not on there. I ain't touching
I'm
that.
just having fun. I love women at work. Okay.
Cowboy questions from the people. From Randy on the tweeter. Why have we not heard much about Jaden Blue? And I echo that. And I mean, I guess it's just because we haven't gotten to see much. It's not time for training camp yet, whatever. But hadn't really heard his name mixed in with the ones. Have we heard much from the coaching staff about how they feel about Jay? Why are you pointing to Jesse? I was asking the beat writer. What have we heard about Jaden Blue? Is he looking good? Is life good?
I know what y'all heard about Jaden Blue.
Listen.
He's having a little bit of struggle time getting this thing down.
Right.
NFL football thing a little different.
So
Okay? A little different
So it-
than just
it-
a little different.
it does jump
Here.
up. It does jump off the page at you that OTA's minicamp. He did get no run with the ones. You know, when I noticed that, you know, when they were getting the speed back. Listen, this guy runs a 4.3, okay? But
4.2 maybe 4.2.
4.2, 4.3. He can scoop.
Yep.
Turpin it was the next back up in front of the media, you know, to get run.
Turpin's a good ass running back.
To get a carry in practice with the starters, not Jaden Blue. And you know why, I don't know at this point. I mean, there's some things. I mean, certainly he has some transitional things. You know, transition from college to the NFL. He still has to work on. I think Shotty talked about that in the last press conference about some guys being a little bit behind, but just give him the ball.
But also, like, this is the part that a lot of younger NFL players have to adjust to. Sometimes the terminology, like simply getting in the huddle and hearing a play that is 12 words long instead of just looking at the sideline and seeing a signal. Like that is a huge difference of understanding the protection, where it goes, how it's put, and then realizing what the play is.
See, I think you just need to be so awesome that you say all them words and then you look at that player and you say, run towards the right guard. I'll hand it to you.
No, he ain't that good yet. Now, if you talking about prime Ricky Williams or, Bo Jackson or
that first round pick.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't that good.
Call a whole play and then look at Dez and be like, that's a slam.
Heisman Trophy winners we're talking. You're talking about you can't compare them to Heisman Trophy
Which
winners.
has happened.
That's a slam, my friend.
Yeah. Which has happened.
Can't compare them to Heisman Trophy winners. Happy birthday to G from Jersey. He turns 40 today. He wants to know, you guys are over 40.
Yep.
What happens when you turn 40?
I have a couple of things for you, G. Matter of fact. One, ice up.
And G's one of our favorites because
I hate G.
We all hate him.
I hate G.
We all hate him.
You know what G did.
I know what he did to me,
He
too.
photoshopped my ass.
He got both of y'all.
He got
all of us.
He got
actually.
you, too.
G from Jersey did that. And not that there's anything wrong with it. Like, I would do that. Absolutely. But that is not actually my head. That's just my face put on whatever guy's head that did that.
Do you see this comment from earlier in the show,
Jeff
Jeff?
could be RB1 if you just put a thick Latina in the end zone. Kind of on an Asian kick right now. But anyway.
Ooh.
I'm
not doing
what
it.
was I talking about?
I'm not doing it.
See, I knew you were going to say it. I knew you were going to say it. The other thing, stretch is important. And the other thing is, and I'm 41 now, and I need to get this done. You could have some stream issues. Stream issues. Like you think that you're done, you're not quite done, but you thought you were done, and you already moved on with your day, and you go, oh, man.
Yeah, leakage.
Like, so you just need to make sure that you're seeing all the doctors and get everything tested. I got to go get the old prostate check.
That is very sound advice. Go to the men, 40, 45, 35.
Check your
Doesn't
butt.
matter. Like, go to the doctor. I don't know why this is a big issue for us. We wait until something is excruciating on us, and that's whether it's dental, vision, medical. Go see the doctor, y'all. Like, just go get you a primary care physician. I hope that y'all are working and have insurance. I really, really, really do. I know that some people don't, and I apologize if you don't. But if you do, like, go ahead and pay that $25, $35 copay, man, and go see the doctor. Just go get a checkup. Let them hook up the blood work. Make sure your heart is right, man. Because a lot of the stuff, as we get older, this is the stuff that, you hear, if you catch it at the beginning, certain cancers, you can live from it, but they catch it. Huh?
You think I got cancer?
I don't know. Hit the super chats, man.
Hanson's in the super chat a couple of times today, throwing some money at us, making it rain. Heard Chris Angel has an amazing show in Vegas. I bet he does. I'm creeped out by the optical illusion people. I'm not trying to see that. Creeps me out.
I didn't know who Chris Angel was.
And Vance said that Jeff got jealous of Ron Harper. Don't know what that means.
Ron Harper's mama was the show of the draft.
Ron Harper's wife, ex-wife.
Ex-wife.
Dylan
Harper's mom stole the draft.
Oh, she looking good?
Yeah.
Yeah. Persuasion.
Yes.
Proper persuasion?
Yes. The one you like.
On a great
Or this
occasion.
Caucasian?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
The one that you like.
How about that? And then whoever said that, whenever you walk by a restroom, use it. That's important. Once you turn 40, don't walk by one and don't waste that opportunity.
Yeah.
Because you will need it.
Jeremy, 5L Jeremy. Boy, you just got your colonoscopy done. Boy, I hate that doctor.
What?
If he 5X, man, did you need two doctors?
That's a whole lot of tush. That's a tush push right there. That's a whole tush push.
Love
right?
you, Jeremy.
Yo, hey,
Bob
he's
and
going
Jeremy,
after one
but
of our best listeners.
We love you.
One of our best listeners.
We love you.
And the one dude did say when you turn 40, prepare to wake up with ailments you did not go to sleep with.
Facts.
That's true.
That's facts.
That's going to happen a lot. Shoulder. Somehow you hurt your ankle while you were sleeping.
It's always the ankle.
Like, what happened to my ankle?
Ankle, that's arthritis.
Gout.
And maybe gout. But
I
arthritis.
don't got no gout.
But it's arthritis.
I don't got no gout.
It's arthritis.
It's a weird sounding word.
Because I went to a foot
Remember,
doctor.
you have no
What
idea
about
what
gout?
anybody's going through. Be cool to everybody. We love you. Be you.
Gout.
Eliminate the contingencies.
Attaboy, Jeremy.
We all silly like the mayor.